Between 1990 and 2010, free trade helped more than 1 billion people lift themselves out of extreme poverty around the world. Unfortunately, protectionism has since come back into fashion in the US, in Europe and further afield. Fortunately, Britain's decision to leave the EU provides a golden opportunity for the UK to become a global champion of free trade once again. One way it can do this is by embracing a policy of unilateral free trade. So what is unilateral free trade? It's a very simple idea. It means lowering your own barriers to trade without waiting for other countries to reciprocate. In practice, this means reducing or even completely removing tariffs that you impose on imports from abroad. It could also mean lowering non-tariff barriers, including regulations that discriminate against goods and services imported from abroad. This is only possible now that the UK is leaving the EU's customs union, which requires us to obey EU rules on trading with the rest of the world, including imposing the common European external tariff on our imports from other countries. This has been hugely harmful to producers in developing countries, where people tend to be far worse off, and to UK consumers who've had to pay more than they need to for imported goods. Indeed, the customs union imposes tariffs on goods we don't even produce ourselves, like oranges and coffee. We should also resist the temptation to impose tariffs on imports from the EU if we leave without a formal trade deal. Instead, we should maintain the level playing field required under WTO rules by cutting tariffs on imports from the rest of the world. This would save UK households hundreds of pounds a year. So why would anyone oppose unilateral free trade? I hear two arguments a lot. One is that dropping trade barriers would expose UK producers to more competition. But there are literally centuries of economic theory and plenty of hard evidence that trade barriers are a very inefficient way to protect domestic industries and jobs. There are also many better ways to look after those who might be adversely affected. The second argument is that the UK could be giving up an important bargaining chip in future trade negotiations. But as other countries see the benefit to UK consumers of unilateral free trade, their governments will surely come under a lot of pressure to follow the UK example. Unilateral free trade is therefore a win-win, both for the UK and also for our many trading partners around the world. The government should be bold and do the right thing.